Hey, welcome to this week's Empire Team Zoom training. It is June 27th. Oh my goodness. Just a couple more days until the end of the month. I know a lot of you are pushing really super hard to your goal. And it's been so amazing to watch and or even be a part of. So thank you all. I totally dig it. I love it. Great things are happening. It looks like as of right now, we're going to totally annihilate last month, which I always love seeing huge growth for month after month after month after month, which means we're sharing and we're growing and checks are getting bigger for people and freedom is becoming more imminent for people. And that's, of course, what we do this for. Whether it's freedom of time or freedom of money or whatever we're looking for. So thank you guys so much for hopping on live. If you're on the replay, sharing some love with you guys also. So first I want to start out and say welcome to all the new people who have gotten started over the past week since our last Empire Team Zoom. We appreciate you and you made a fantastic decision. And you're in the right place at the right time. I can't even tell you, there's a lot of us on this Zoom tonight that have been with this company for 8+ years, and we're still here. And I'd like to speak for everybody else in saying that I think we're more excited now than we ever have been. So that speaks volumes. And a lot of people that I'm even sharing the information with currently right now are like, how long have you been doing this? And gosh, you're so excited. I would, some of them that I've never shared with are like, I would have thought you were brand new. You're so darn stinking excited. And so that's kind of funny, is the excitement, I swear, is more now than it was before. So I'm going to start out tonight and give you some updates that happened. I can't give you all of them, but I'm going to give you a couple of updates that happened on the elite call that we had today during the day. I'm going to start off with the app. And let's do this. If you do not have the new LifeVantage app, you need to text LifeVantage to 44222. So you're just going to text the word LifeVantage, text it to, you would type the number in 44222. It'll send you a link to be able to get the app. And here's why you want to be using the app, especially for Anaheim Elite Academy coming up. All of the cards that you complete in the app give you an entry to the Indy Pace car. And so literally they were even saying today, if you complete as many cards as you complete in that app, that's as many entries as you have. And so they're saying like there's people who have, hundreds of entries for that spicy Camaro that somebody's going to be driving away with. I would just personally hope it's somebody on our team that's driving away with it. But make sure that you're using that app. Another thing is, and I didn't personally know this, they're actually updating the app consistently. So last month there was 3 updates alone. Going forward, they're doing at least 2 updates a month to the app. And really the only reason why they're doing it is trying to make it completely streamlined for us, easier for us. Some of the card management, if you're using the app right now, some of the card management, when you go in there, you can snooze it or you can send the card. They want to give us a couple different options to where we could do it later because some of those cards are coming before the people would get the product, or do a different card or do no card at all. So that's awesome information to be able to share with you guys. And it really is the vision of the future. I'll tell you that. They're also trying to streamline the cart. This is different than the card. The cart process for people to be able to check out faster and easier, and kind of a little bit, again, more like Amazon. They kept bringing up Amazon today. Another thing that they shared was, we're not only, we're in this space of network marketing where multi-billions of dollars is being paid out to home business owners, like us. And so they were saying, at this point, we're not only competing with other home business opportunities, but we're also competing with the Ubers and the Lyfts and these things that are giving people side money through a side hustle, and kind of comparing it in this way and see if this resonates with you. Somebody gets started driving. Let's just say they're driving for Uber. They're not quite sure how much money they're going to make. They're not quite sure how many rides they're going to be driving people, but they are sure that they're going to get a check next week. And I felt a really deep correlation to that, because when people get started with us, they're not quite sure exactly what the check's going to be unless they're obviously adding things up themselves. They're not quite sure how many people are going to say yes, but what they do know is if they do the work and they can convert people into customers or distributors, that there is a check waiting for them the next week also. And obviously, we didn't have to leave our house. We didn't have to go drive somebody strange in the car. And I'm not saying anything bad about Uber. We need them around. Another one of the things Ryan Goodman said was, think about a couple of years from now when we won't even need Ubers. We'll have like robot cars, and that will be obsolete, but our health will never, ever, ever be obsolete. So I found a lot of great information coming from that. That was what I wanted to share with you from that. More exciting news before I get into closing out the month, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to dig every single piece of this. We've put together a Pro 3 powerhouse call. And so this is going to be, sorry that I'm looking down, I'm just going to grab my notes here on it. This is literally going to be to help people launch their business to Pro 3. So whether it's somebody brand new that's just getting started, or whether maybe it's you and you haven't made it to Pro 3 yet and you really want the exact steps to get there, the exact why do I want to get there, the rewards of getting there. We're going to be doing that on Monday nights at 7 p.m. And it's really Pro 3 Powerhouse Mentorship to Pro 3 in 90 days. That's the whole title of this. Jennifer Smith has been nice enough to put all the slides together. Her and I will be hosting the very first one Monday, July 2nd. Obviously, I'll be posting information for that. I think, you guys, this is the foundational rank inside of our company. And some people it takes, 30 days to get to Pro 3. And some people it takes 90 days to get to Pro 3. And some people it takes a little bit longer time to get to Pro 3. But at the end of the day, and we used to talk about this a lot, like early on in the business, is, if it took you 5 years to get to your goal, would it be worth it? Okay. Or if it took you 10 years to get to your goal, would it be worth it? And I'm not saying that your goal has to be Pro 3. Your goal could be Pro 5. Your goal could be you want $2,500 extra dollars coming into your household every single month in a part-time business. Okay. And then, you could have the goal of, no, I want, $99,000 a month coming into my business, whatever that is. Pro 3 is really the foundation rank. And we figured out that if we can help enough people get to Pro 3 that can help their people get to Pro 3, then really that next step after that is the next rank that's a little bit more foundational of Pro 5. And so we really want to start out with doing the Pro 3s, getting these people off to a fast start, getting them to Pro 3, getting that sustainable residual check coming into them, and really like helping them just have a lot of success. Right off the bat. This call is designed to empower, excuse me, I have the hiccups, to empower and celebrate the new distributors who want to reach Pro 3 in 90 days. I'm going to take a drink. Okay, everyone is welcome, obviously, and the presenters will change every single week. So you will not be hearing from the same people every week, but a lot of the material is going to be foundational material. It will be interactive as well. So I wanted to make sure that we got that information over to you guys. Something that we've been thinking about and talking about for a really long time. So if there's people on your team or yourself that you think could really benefit from this. And that's, a lot of us have cross-line relationships. So yes, this is for cross-line. There's a whole bunch of us cross-liners here that are going to be doing it together. Okay. Now, of course, this wouldn't be a call if I did not talk about Elite Academy coming up. It's actually July 13th and 14th. We always say the 12th through the 14th, but I want to specify the real event starts on the 13th. And then goes through the 14th. The ending time this time is a little bit later, you guys. It's 6:30 on Saturday night. If you haven't seen that in the back office, LifeVantage just sent on an email a little bit ago that the breakout sessions are now posted inside the app. And I got to be honest, I went to the app and I couldn't find them, but I didn't look long enough. But I'm going to guess that maybe Hagen has done this. That would just be my guess off the top of my head. So Hagen, if you have anything that you would like to throw in here, or raise your hand or let me know. So to register for those breakouts, go into your app. I'm sure I just didn't look long enough, and I'm sure there's probably directions to do it. I was just kind of in a hurry before our call. So you'll be able to register for those. Now, the event starts Friday at 9 a.m. So even a late night flight in Thursday night would still accommodate you to be able to be in the event until you're the rank of Pro 6. And then once you're a Pro 6, there is an event the night before as a leadership meeting. And then there's an elite reception on that Thursday night for Pro 7s and above. So if you're not a Pro 6 yet, you can get it to the event, late Thursday night, early, super, super, super early if you can get a flight early enough on Friday. And they've really condensed this to try to make it easier for people to be able to attend if they have jobs that they're working and cannot get that time off. And so I hope that helps you out. Prices on tickets, plane tickets I'm talking about, Hagen says go to media. Of course, I knew you would know, girl. I knew you would have it in the bag. Hagen says go to media inside the app. Okay, so prices for plane tickets are still low. People are still looking for roommates. I got to tell you, and I've said this probably 10 times over the past couple days, I don't twist anybody's arm to get in this business, but once they see the vision and they said yes, I do twist their arms to go to the events. And I just got to tell you, it's where the belief is built. It is where the magic happens. It's where you're networking with people. It's where you're learning from the big stage of people who have done it before you. You're hearing stories. I can't pour enough into you. I wish I could take my brain and put it into your brain so that you could picture your business after going to Elite Academy. I can tell you my own personal story. I got started May 7th of 2010, and the next event was June 12th, I believe. And so there was about a 4-week window there. Remember, I didn't have the money to get started. I had to borrow that. Quickly made that back within my first 14 days, but I was so dead set, and I knew, because I had been in network marketing before, I knew events were crucial. However, of course, I needed Greg Deeker to be able to twist my arm and pull and everything else. And we ended up total team, 7 people there, and I wasn't sure if I could get there. But what I did know is once I said yes, my team members said yes. And so I want you to keep that in your head. It's never too late to make a decision. We always have people 2 days before that figure out a way to get to the event and are so incredibly happy that they did, and really just compressing their time of the learning curve. So people that go end up making more money. They end up staying in the business longer. They end up having better results. Those are just some of the things that I can tell you right here off the bat. They do have some amazing stuff in store for us on top of the Indy Pace Car being given away. Okay. Now let's move into end of the month reminders. I know normally I post this, and I kind of want to just talk about it tonight because there's some people that are like, hey, why is this so important, or why do I need to stay or hold Pro 1? Or why do I need to stay or hold Pro 2? I'll just get back there the next month. You know, let's say that somebody got started on a platinum pack that gives them $1,000, and the next month all they have is their auto ship or subscription for $200, and you know, so then they're $800 away from getting back to Pro 1. And here's what I want to tell you. Every step of action takes you to a different place. If you re-hit Pro 1 after you originally got the Pro 1 volume, your mental state is completely different going into the next month, okay? So your mental state for, let's just say right now, your mental state for July is completely different than if you just gave up and were like, oh, darn it, I didn't hit it, or oh, darn it, I didn't find enough customers, or I didn't find a distributor. This is where we're already pushing and pulling, you know, to get our businesses off the ground, to launching our businesses, and to make sure that we can become profitable in them and duplicate ourselves out to other people. So I want you, if you have not, and I urge of you, please check your back office and see how close you are to a rank advancement. And also, if you're a leader, see how many other people on your team are close to your rank advancement. Because here's the deal, your team members' volume helps your volume. So if you help other people rank advance, you rank advance. That's the whole goal of network marketing. Truly, you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And it couldn't work out any better than that. You know, being able to help other people get what they want to get what we want, that's like prime time. Okay, so make sure that you're checking that. Also, make sure that you have $200 in personal volume to make sure that you're getting paid out the highest amount that you can be paid out, okay? The lowest amount that you have to have in your back office as an order is $40. That's the lowest amount. And at this point, it has to be set as a spot order. If you didn't have that, or none of your auto ships had that, or it needs to be called into customer service to be done that way. Also, the matching bonus, which is available for Pro 3s and above, you need to have $100 in brand new volume. So that can be multiple customers and or a distributor. Just has to be somebody who's brand new for the month, and that qualifies you for that generational matching bonus. Obviously, making sure you have a personal order. I just talked about that. Preferably $200. Obviously, we have enough products now in our catalog line that, you know, even for myself and just Presley, my daughter, we spend that every single month. I mean, we got 2 vitality stacks right there, one for me, one for her, coming in because thank you, Hagen, too. Yes, I will. Yes, thank you so much. And I have that coming in for her, and I. And here's the deal. You know, if we think $5 a day for a vitality stack is expensive, we should try being sick, you know, and not that I think we should try being sick, but if we think, you know, that amount of money is expensive to you know, help our health, we don't want to get sick, okay? So making sure that you have your own personal order. And then right now is the end of Pacesetter. And so if you hit Pro 2 last month, and your buy-in for Pro 2 for the end of this month, which would create you to be a Pacesetter Pro 2, you would have gotten $100 from last month, and you get $100 from this month. Even if you hit this month, whether you have to be a brand new person, okay, cannot have been a distributor before. You have to be a brand new person within the last 90 days. If you hit Pro 2 this month, then carried over, you'd get your $100 for this month, and then when you hold it in July, you'd get another $100. Same thing for Pacesetter Pro 3. You either had to hit last month and this month coming up, or you hit this month and you hold it for next month for $250 on each one. Again, a quick $700 to be made, you guys. Can't tell you how awesome that is, especially, you know, when you have a brand new business and really getting to Pro 2 or Pro 3, you probably acquired some distributors. which means that you probably got some bonus from that as well. And these are the stories that we're creating. You know, people who get started, you know, and really launch their business, really are talking to people not only about product, but they're also talking to people about the business opportunity, keeping their posture high. Also, if you don't know what you're talking about, or you're confused, or you're brand new and you're thinking, you know, I just want to do the light lifting, just please know we are here to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why, you know, we've made webinars available. That's why it's, you know, hey, get us in a 3-way Facebook text message, get us in a regular 3-way text message, get us on a 3-way call. We can do that heavy lifting for you, so that the people that you're talking to can hear it from a different voice. A person that I'm sharing with personally right now, obviously I didn't want her to hear the information from me on a webinar. And so I put her on the webinar last night, you know, that she got to hear a totally different voice from John. So really it doesn't matter where you're at in the business. We're constantly trying to have somebody else hear the information from a different person. One last thing, this is coming up for June 30th, which is this Saturday. It is the last day of the month. It's the last day of the quarter, and it's the last day of the fiscal year for us here at LifeVantage. And so every single thing that you even kind of potentially want in the back office has got to be in the back office by 11:59 p.m. Okay, anything and everything. We have customer service, the customer service department available all the way through midnight that night. We also have the warehouse open that night as well, because they're going to be making the labels so that all is fitting into our last day of the year. They're going to be making those labels for all the orders that come in June. So we've got a packed house for that. Keep a watch out. Sunday, July 1st, LifeVantage will be going live on Facebook. When I have those details, I obviously will pass them on to all of you guys as well, so that you'll be able to know the time to hop on and hear what is going to kick off our month of July, our Elite Academy month. So I don't know about you, but I'm super excited. I feel like we've got so many great irons in the fire. We've had so many amazing people, serving people, that's not a word, but let's just pretend, that have joined our team and that have become a part of, you know, the Empire team, but also the bigger family of LifeVantage. So that's actually all I have for tonight for you guys. I wanted to keep it a little bit more short because I know we're at the end of the month and most of us have been on the phone either all day and still have some calls to do tonight. Really going back to every single person who has not made a decision, guys. Get back with them and ask digging questions, you know, instead of just, you know, hey, are you ready to take the product? And they're like, oh, not yet. Ask digging questions, you know, hey, what would get you there? Hey, you know I was a little bit nervous in the beginning, you know, so I know how you feel. You know, I felt that same way, but here's what I found, and insert in there what you found. Okay. Remember, people like to talk about themselves, and to get to the bottom of some things, we've got to ask those questions. We've got to dig in there. We've got to get deeper to figure out, you know, if you have people who have carts in their hands that they haven't checked out from, ask questions. And you can ask in a very, 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 very nice, kind way, but ask questions. Ask questions from your heart. Dig a little bit deeper so that it's not just about, hey, why haven't you checked out on the cart? You know, or hey, when are you going to check out on the cart? You know, figure out why they haven't. Figure out if they have questions. Figure out if they just don't feel like they have all the information, and we can point, guide, and direct them and give them that information immediately. So with that, have a fantastic end of the month. There'll be a lot of us in the LifeVantage Empire group closing us out here for the next 3 days. So if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate the heck out of all of you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. It does not go unnoticed. So with that, I'm going to call it a night, and you guys have a fantastic end of the month. Let us know if you need anything, okay? Bye-bye.